morning everyone, I hope you're all well. Today is Thursday the 18th of August and Jack and I are going out today looking at cars. I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but first of all I need to catch you up on a couple of bits of news. The first bit is yesterday we got a new sofa. Well, it's not new, it's new to us. I'll put in this clip and that'll explain all. Oh my god, is that going to come in? Come on, you go out the way. So we have got rid of that the brown couch that was here. That was actually a sofa bed that we had in our old house. So it's probably about 10-year-old and it had been Hugo'd. One of the cushions had been chewed. So yeah, it was definitely, that was just a make do until we got in here anyway. And oh, here's another bit coming. And my mum was getting rid of this sofa. She wasn't needing it anymore. So she put it in our direction, and although it's not going to match the red couch, it's going to be a lot better than what we did have. And it's white leather. And I said, oh no, the dogs will ruin it. She said, I don't care. I'm just glad it's getting used. She just told me it's his, but I don't know why. I need to find out what the advantage is before I agree to those terms. Try sitting on it, is it soft?
Aye, it's a lot softer than the other one.
Give it a go. That couch there was actually my mum and dad's as well originally, and when they were getting this one, they gave us that one, and that one was a lot more expensive, and it's very solid, hard leather, which is why the dogs jumping all over it haven't ripped it. But this, you can see how soft it is. Jack says that that it's really soft, so I'm going to give it a go. Oh, it is. Ooh, it is nice and soft. This has always been his side of the living room though, because he likes to sit here and look at the view. Well, we don't normally have a view of a couch coming over a wall. That's the only door big enough to bring it in. He's still insisting that it's his. You'll see. No, I like my seat that faces the telly, so I'll let him off. So this is an L shape like the couch, but that bit there is meant to go in between the two bits that have just came in, but it would mean that this bit would be sticking out here just as soon as you come in the door. So we're thinking we might actually just use it like that or try to swap it round a bit. We'll have a wee look and see what we decide. So Jack's just putting the feet on that bit just now. We'll have a little look to see what it looks like with that on, but we actually really like the way it looks just now. So, and it means you can stretch out when you're lying on it without having the arm for your feet, and there's plenty of room for the dogs to lie beside you. So we're thinking that this might end up going in the gym stroke Xbox room, so that when Jack's playing his Xbox he can be nice and comfy.
Not too much.
So that's how it was originally meant to be, but obviously that doesn't fit this room properly. Would we be able to put that bit on the end of that? See what that's like? No. That doesn't work. Definitely not. I think you have that for your gym stroke games room, and that will be just perfect in here. I think it looks nice. I don't think it matters that there's an arm at one side and not the other. The dogs will love that.
It makes it look so much.
Aye, it does, yeah. What do you think, puppies? Oh, look at Hugo. He's like, what's going on? Oh, Willa. Oh. I was like, I like this, Dad. Plenty room. Oh, look. Yeah, you won't be wearing your shoes on it though, mister.
I never do.
No, true. What do you think of it, Hugo? Clyde's having a good sniff about. It's not quite as nice with the covers over it, but at least it will protect it a wee bit from a doggy paws. Won't it? Won't it? Yeah, so that's our new sofa, Granny Annie's old one, and the corner bit is now in the gym stroke games room, and I'll show you that at some point. It looks huge in there. It'll be really comfy for when they're sitting playing the Xbox. And the second bit of the news is to let you know what's happening with Brooke since she went back to school on Monday. Hello, Hugo. Oh, him and Will are about to start playing. Hugo, don't. Oh, get the tail. Yeah, the second bit is Brooke is back at school, as you may know. I'll pop that vlog in for you if you haven't seen it, because what I'm going to talk about just now relates to that vlog. Very briefly, I will recap that Brooke was really anxious on the Sunday about going back to school, but I didn't know why. She didn't know why. And then when she came home on Monday, she said that one of the little girls, they're teenagers now, second year at school, one of the girls in her class stole her pencil case and put it in the bucket. And then because Brooke's got autism, she gets to leave the class a little bit early so that she's not got too much hustle and bustle in the corridors. And when Brooke went to leave class early, the little brat barked at her like a dog. So we did also speak in that vlog that she was trying to get her class changed. So I don't think anything happened on Tuesday. She didn't say anything happened. She did keep on at them about trying to get the class changed, but nothing was said. And then yesterday, she said that she actually missed out on 2 of her classes because she was scared of what the little brat was going to do, so she went to pupil support instead. And I said, right, that's it. Enough is enough. We are not having her missing out on education because of a bully. She's been bullied all her primary life. We now know, since she was diagnosed with Aspergers in 2021, we know now the reason for it. But that was all supposed to have been nipped in the bud, and the school were meant to be looking at it, and they're not. So I've had to step in. I did say I'll give Brooke a chance to sort it out because, you know, she's 13 now, she needs to start doing these things for herself. And to her credit, she has tried, but the teachers are just, what was it they said yesterday? Brooke had explained that she wanted, because of this girl, she wanted to move, she was scared. And one of the teachers involved in it said, let's just wait and see how it goes. No, let's not wait and see how it goes. This is the very first week back at school. It gets nipped in the bud now or it never will. So I did try to phone her new guidance teacher yesterday when she got in from school. He wasn't in. So the school office said they were going to email him and ask him to give me a phone today. So hopefully he will, because it's a worry for Brooke, it's a worry for me, and she's got enough struggles in her life. She's got enough to cope with, being different from other people. Without that, I will let you know if I hear anything from him. I mean, at the time, I said to Brooke, what did the teacher say about her putting your pencil case in the bucket and barking at you? And she said, oh, the teacher said it was unacceptable. Right, of course it's unacceptable. What punishment did she give her? Nothing. I'm sorry, but if people aren't punished for these things, they're going to keep doing it. That's how they're power happy. They can see that people get upset and anxious, and they love that. And they know that there's no punishment for them, so they're just going to keep doing it. Anyway, back to today. Brooke is away to school. She seems fine in herself, but I know she's anxious. Anyway, we'll talk more about that if the teacher phones me. Yeah, I mentioned that Jack and I are going looking at cars today. We're not going to look to buy at the moment, but what's happening is, the situation is, Jack's van is a brilliant van. We've had it 4 years, it's done really well, but it's done well over 200,000 miles now. It's 12 years old and it's on its last legs. We're now starting to have to spend more money fixing it than it's actually worth. So we know that we're going to have to get something else. My car that I've got just now is a Motability car. It's not big enough for the dogs. We can't use it for the caravan, so we need to get either another car that's big enough for the 4 dogs and us, including Hugo, who's huge, and can pull the caravan, or another van. So we're looking at a few options today that Jack's seen on Auto Trader, not to buy them as I said, but just to see if they're going to be suitable, if they would be big enough for us, if they've got everything that we need. And once we've decided which car or van we actually want to go for, we'll then start looking seriously at ones that we can afford, which, as we all know, every penny's a prisoner right now. So what we're going to have to do probably is for me to give my car back. I leased my car through Motability, and contrary to popular belief, it's not free. It takes up a good chunk of my benefits every month, and as well as that, we're struggling to put petrol in my car and diesel in the van. It's the financial climate just now, so it makes sense for me to give my car back, get the money instead of the car from my benefits, and use that money to buy a new car or van, because we've not got money to buy it outright. It would need to be hire purchase. So that's the way that we're probably thinking. It does mean that I'll lose a lot of independence. Jack doesn't want to do it because I've got my independence with the car just now. I've got the box on top of it that means I can get in and out myself. It takes the wheelchair and I can do bits and pieces, but to be honest, I hardly ever go anywhere in it now because I can't afford it. Can't afford the fuel. So I think it would make more sense for us to have the money and only have one car or van. Talk about first world problems. Abby went, how can you only have one car? How can any family only have one car? I was like, Abby, when I was growing up as a teenager, we always only had one car. When Gran was growing up, they didn't have any car. You know, you just need to go with what you can afford. That's just life. So it's not to say that I wouldn't be able to get another car in the future, but right now we need to look at what's going to suit us best. And we love being able to take the dogs out places. We love being able to go away in the caravan. So the solution we're looking at makes no sense. So Jack has got a map of all the different stops that we're going to. He's looked on Auto Trader and seen where there's cars that we're thinking about, and he's mapped out where we're going. So I'm quite looking forward to it. It's going to be like a wee jolly day out, going around different garages and things. It's a bit rainy though, it's to rain all day, but other than that, it will be good. And we might even have a little bit of nice lunch, since it's just going to be the two of us. Abby's going to stay here with the dogs for us. So yeah, it's going to be good, just having a wee day out, looking at cars. Hopefully it won't be too depressing. Hopefully there'll be something out there that's going to work for us. We would rather have another van, but the problem with that is all the decent vans, like the good vans that have got lowish mileage in the price range that we're looking for, get snapped up so quickly. And also what we have discovered with having that van is it's commercial, so there's a lot of caravan sites don't let commercial vans on site, and also we've discovered how expensive it is to fix because it's a commercial. But we just need to look at them all and weigh it all up. So I thought I would bring you with us. But first on the agenda is to get dinner in the slow cooker, because I don't know what time we'll get back, and I know that I won't have the energy to cook once I come in. So I will take you through and show you what I'm going to make. I'm going to make a beef and ale stew type thing in the slow cooker. I know it's not the sort of thing you would normally make in the middle of August, but can you see it out there? It is miserable. It's rainy, it's dull, and the leaves have fallen off the tree, so it does feel like autumn. So yeah, I'm going to make this, and I don't know what it'll be like. We've not tried it. We do like the Home Pride slow cooker range of sauces, but we've not tried this one yet. So all I'm going to do is, you're supposed to brown your beef and veg, but you know me, I can't be bothered with that. So I've got this diced steak, and it's just basically cubed meat. I'm going to put that in with a chopped onion, some mushrooms, and a couple of carrots. There it is, all in the slow cooker. I will put that on low for 8 hours. Before we leave this morning, I'll give it a stir to mix it all through, and then I'll ask Abby to give it a stir a couple of times through the day, so that when we come in, all I need to do is make the mash and the potato croquettes that we're having with it. So that's dinner ticked off my to-do list. Next on the agenda, we'll be heading along to the doctor's at 10 o'clock. I'm getting my vitamin B12 injection, and I'm also going to get my blood pressure and bloods checked again. My headaches are getting worse again. I'm not going to go on about it, don't worry. And I'm also getting dizzy, especially when I'm lying down. So I'm going to get my blood pressure done sitting up and lying down, just to see if my blood pressure's dropping when I lie down, because that's the most common cause of dizziness when you're lying. And yeah, I'm going to get my bloods all sorted. I think he's doing a whole load of bloods. It's normally just my kidney function that he gets checked because of the candesartan that I'm on, but I think he's wanting to get just a full picture of what's going on. My bloods are always perfect, there's never anything wrong with my bloods, but we'll get them done anyway, hopefully, if we can actually get any out of me. But yeah, that's going to be next on the agenda, and as soon as I've finished in there, we're going to head off and look at all the cars. So in the meantime, it's 8:20, I'm just going to potter about in my craft room, and I'll come back to you once I've been to the doctor's. It is 11:15, and that is me just out of the doctor's. My appointment was 10, I didn't get taken till 10:30, and then it took 2 nurses 6 attempts to get 2 tubes of blood. Nightmare. Anyway, it's all done now, so we're getting ready to head. Wait till I see this map. So there we go, that's the map that we're looking at, and Jack's got it all numbered. Where we're going? Where are we going first there to, did you say? Change of plan. Alright, okay. I'll let you know where we are when we get there. We're just stopped in Grubbin for petrol because the petrol here at Asda is 168.7 and 180.7 for diesel, so that seems to be the cheapest around just now. Anyway, we've decided we're just going to grab a quick KFC for lunch because I was an hour and more in the doctor's. So there goes our nice lunch, but it's cheaper anyway. And then we're going to head, we're about half an hour away from, I think he said it's Bargedi we're going, to look at the first car. So get the petrol, head to KFC. I nearly said McDonald's because there's a McDonald's here, but we've not been to KFC for ages, so it'll be a wee treat. So I'll catch up with you when we get to look at the car. This is the car that we're going to see. It's a Nissan Navara. Like I said, this isn't one that we're looking to buy, it's just to see whether it would be suitable or not. It's a nice looking car. It's like a sort of compromise between a car and a van, isn't it? No, I suppose height wise it's not too bad. Hugo would just need to lie down. What am I going to be driving? You sit in the back. Aye, height wise.
That's it, you need to put
Yeah, put a proper floor down for them.
Put some plywood within the
Aye. Nice. Oh, is that heated seats? Ooh.
That's the important thing.
2-wheel drive or 4.
Cruise control and everything.
Not too bad. Automatic, so I might be able to drive it in the future. That looked not too bad. That would be a contender. Not specifically that one, but at least we know that the Nissan Navara in general would. So as we be going? Mount Vernon Motors to look at the Volvo XC90. It's a car rather than a pickup. So we'll see what that's like. That's us at Mount Vernon Motors, and the car is there, but it's right against the fence, so I don't know if we'll be able to see in the boot or not. It's okay inside. We must do, surely. It's a 7-seater. But even with the 2 seats in the back down, it would be too tight. But if we could put these seats right down, it would work. Maybe. I'm not the biggest Volvo fan anyway, but it just seems awfully old. I know it's a 13 plate, but it's got an ashtray and it's only got like a cigarette lighter chargy thing. I'm not so keen on this. I think we've ruled that one out. What's next? This is Arnold Clark van sales centre thing. Oh, there's a disabled space, that's unusual for a garage. So he's not seen anything specific here, we just came to have a wee wander around and see if there's any examples of the kind of, I think it's a Transit Custom, Ford Transit Custom or something that Jack fancies. We'll see if they've got any of them. Wasn't really anything worth looking at there. So we're taking a wee break from car hunting and we're going into Silverburn shopping centre because I've not been here for years. I think I've only been here once. It's got a big Tesco there and I can't even remember what's in here. But Jack's needing a drink and I need some chocolate, so we're going for a wee wander through the nice big shopping centre. There's a cinema and food complex thing as well at the other side. Build-A-Bear. Abby used to be addicted to Build-A-Bears. Wait till you see what we're just... Flannels? No, I've never heard of flannels. There's all big names here. But look, wait, we have to see this one. Look, look, are we ready? Hugo Boss! Yay, they've named their shop after our dog. Ooh, these are nice. Sense Aroma. Oh, they're quite cute. Look at the healing crew. They look Halloweeny though. The wolf and the deer. Look what we found. Never mind that. Look at that. On the hoops. Abby would be in her element here. It's odd labels. Jack Wills, Tag, Beaver Brooks, Yo Sushi. Yeah, apparently there are quite often Celtic players wandering around here. Oh look, that's what Brooke always loved. The bungee trampolines. Never been to Yo Sushi, never fancied it. Never heard of half of these. Fossil. Oh, H&M obviously, yeah, that's... Oh, Krispy Kreme, now we're talking. Waterstones, used to love a look in Waterstones. Paper Chase, might go in there. Oh, Krispy Kreme. Paper Chase. Look at this, a Paper Chase Christmas Tale Advent Calendar that lights up. Oh, how much is it? Look at it inside. Wow, that's like heaven in a box. Isn't it? £35. Includes, go and turn it around again. Includes notebooks, highlighters, hair accessories, sticky notes, stickers and much more. That's not much for £35, is it? Christmas card craft.
If you find the golden pen, you win £200 voucher.
There we go. Oh, it's gingerbread people. Is that the same price? £45. Oh, it's got a £5 paper trail voucher, diary, notebooks, pens. Ooh, that's quite smart. Loving the Christmas stuff. Pom-pom baubles. Ah, look at the Santa scrunchie. I'm so impressed that Jack showed me the Christmas bit. I thought he would have wheeled me away. They're quite nice. Wire lights. Get the glasses with the nose. Look at the headbands. Look at them. Look at the twine. Oh, I like it. I like it all. Look at the sleigh. Oh, 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 oh. I knew I liked this shop. Christmas in August, you cannot beat it. Look at that. £12 for all that ribbon. Not too bad. Look at the dog wobbles. Look. Oh my goodness. I love it. That's only a £5. That's good. Oh, I need to remember all this. Not really got a £5 to spare, have we? You'll give me a row for buying craft stuff. Look! It's giving me cash. Yay!
That's what Mum gave me for running about yourself.
Oh, was it? Yay, got to buy it. Tony Macaroni. Patisserie Valerie. That was a really good wee shopping centre. Big shopping centre. Shopping centre I've seen in a long time that isn't full of empty spaces. I think the only empty thing there was Debenhams. And it was all like, well not all, but a lot of it was labels, which would be great for Abby, like all your designer brands and things. But there's also a big cinema and loads of nice places to eat. What was that dessert place called?
Heavenly desserts.
Heavenly desserts. Oh, I said to Jack, when we get a day to ourselves, we need to come through here. We'll go to like Tim Hortons for breakfast, go to the cinema, come out, get some Krispy Kremes, wander round, and then there was a tortilla place. We could go there and then go to Heavenly Desserts. That's my ideal day, a day of eating. Anyway, it's now like 20 to 4, so we better get a move on and look at these other cars. We're in Barhead now, we're going to look at the Mitsubishi. I'm liking this one. Is it in the back? That's the back seats, and then you've got the pickup bit at the back. Looks nice, got a charging bit there. It's nice. So it's not as high as the Nissan, but we think it's a bit longer. Nice. I think it's a nicer looking car than the Nissan.
Absolutely.
We realised that although the pickup type was a good size for us, Hugo would never be able to actually get in it because it's too high. And we found ourselves in another Mercedes Vito, which is what we have already. Jack just loves that van. And it's a decent price and looks good. Talk about Brooke not liking change. We're VIPs.
That's all just because I knew you were coming, sweetheart.
Exactly, I should think so. Ooh, a nice green van. Yes, please, this is my kind of garage. Could get one of them for my mum. Yeah, it says more cars outside, so maybe that is. This is my favourite so far. It's a SsangYong Turismo, and we'll go around here and have a lookie. 4-wheel drive, automatic, all mod cons, all leather, heated seats and things. Then in the back there's 2 separate leather seats, and then in the very back there's a bench seat that seats 3. But there would be plenty of room for the dogs. And we had a SsangYong before and really liked it. I'll show you in the boot. It's in the boot. This is our last garage. We're at Arnold Clark Linwood, and we're going to look at another SsangYong, but it's the Rexton rather than the Turismo. So we're going to have a look at the size. I think this might be a little bit too small, but we'll see. So here is the Rexton. It's nowhere near as nice, is it? I think we've been spoiled seeing that other one first.
It's nice, and
it's nice, but it's not the same. It's got a tow bar on it, which the other one didn't have.
It's got the 2 seats up.
Right, okay.
7-seater.
So it's a 7-seater, so the 2 seats are up. So it's going to be your typical 7-seater, isn't it? Like,
same as the,
like the Zafira and the Volvo.
Still be the same as that Volvo.
Yeah. So that's us looked at all the cars and vans that we're going to look at today, and I think we've decided that the only car that would be suitable is the SsangYong Turismo, which we loved. Other than that, it would be a van. Jack still likes the Mercedes Vito. I would rather go for something different, maybe the Ford Custom Transit thing. Yeah. So I think that's the 2 that we're now going to look at seriously and look out for good deals, basically. A lot of the good deals, like the cheaper prices, seem to be down south, but that doesn't put us off. If we need to go down south for it, that's fine. It's just going to be a bit of an extra wee holiday. We are now at the animal station in Linwood, where Jack's just going in to pick up some more dog food. But it's about 20 to 6 now, and even although I made the slow cooker food, I'm not in the mood for that now. And we're going to stop at the Chippy on the way back. But it's not going to go to waste. We'll have that tomorrow instead of the meatballs that I was going to make. So it will still get used, but I'm just thinking, no, I just want to sit down, have something to eat and chill, because I'm fairly exhausted. But yeah, it's been a good day out actually. It's been really good looking at different cars and vans, but then having the wee break looking around the shopping centre. And Mr. Thompson phoned from Brooke's school trying to say that, oh, Brooke was much better today. No, she wasn't. Oh, she told me she's happy to stay in that class. No, Brooke just doesn't like conflict. She's not going to turn round to you and say, no, I don't want to stay there. So I highlighted all the issues, not just the one that he knows about, and said that I would be much happier if she got moved. So he's going to speak to whoever it is, because he's brand new, he doesn't really know how it works, and he's going to speak to the person in charge of that. And if it's not possible, he's going to phone me back and explain why. He says, but it won't be overnight, it will take a wee while. And I'm like, that's fine, just as long as we know it's happening. Because today Brooke wasn't going to go to French, I think he said it was. The only way she went was someone from pupil support going with her and sitting with her all lesson. She can't have that every single lesson, that's just not on. And he did say that he spoke to the two girls, so there's another girl doing it as well, and told them that it's unacceptable. That seems to be their buzzword, it's unacceptable. Don't tell them it's unacceptable, tell them they're getting punished if they do it again. So anyway, I will keep you informed of that. But I think I'm going to head off now and end this vlog. I've got a feeling it's going to be a long one, so sorry if it is. But yeah, we'll keep you updated on the Brooke situation and also the car stroke van situation, because we don't know what we're going to do yet. We need to look around and see if there's, I mean, the one that we saw there at Peter Verde Cars was lovely. We weren't even meant to be going there, it was just as we were driving past it, it caught our eye. And it was lovely, but it was 18,000, which is a wee bit higher than we were wanting to pay. We were kind of hoping about 13, 14. So we need to work out all the figures and things. But yes, I will keep you informed. So I'm going to head off. I hope you have enjoyed this. It's been a wee bit different. If so, please do hit the thumbs up button. Talk to me in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in our next one later, everyone. Bye!